Okay, so today we are making a quilt pinwheel card. It's a friendship card, and it's going to be part of my Happy Mail snail mail challenge that I'm going to be sending out. So I thought these would be so pretty, and it's a great way to use up your scraps and your leftovers. You can use fabric or you can use paper and cardstock. And in this card, I'm going to use cardstock. So you're going to need 8 1 1/4 inch squares, and you want it to be double-sided so that you can have 4 in one print and 4 in another print. If you don't happen to have double-sided, but just get 4 in one pattern, 4 in another, 1 1/4 inch. And then you're going to need 2 2 5/8 inch squares. So that's what this is here. And then you're going to make this, put this in. So you're going to, what I did was I used my cutting mat, my quilt cutting mat. So as you can see here, you can line up this point and this point and this point and this point. So that bottom card just needs to be lined up. If you want to take a little teeny tiny piece of double-sided tape and tape it to your mat, that's fine. If you can just, I didn't do that, if you just, you know, can lay it there and don't move it, and then take your other square and just put it just perfectly square on top. So the bottom one you want it to be in the diamond shape, the top one you want it to be in the square shape, and then you're going to just center it. So just pretty much eyeball it so that these 4 pieces here are even. Make sure that that's even, and that's all I did. I just put a little bit of glue stick on the back, and I love to use the Scotch brand permanent glue stick. And so I just use that and then put a little bit in the center and glue that into place. Now for your base that this is going to go on, you're going to need a 4 by 5 1/4. So I decided to go with pink. And then your card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So isn't that pretty? And then we're going to arrange these little squares all around the pen to make the pinwheel shape. And then we're going to put a sentiment down here, and we can put some little pretty embellishment in the center of the pinwheel once we're all done. But these 2 pieces can go to the side. And we're going to maybe, I'm not sure yet, but I might put a ribbon around here and tie a bow. So I'm not going to glue this in place quite yet. So just keep that in mind. If you're not going to use any kind of a ribbon, then you can go ahead and glue it into place right away. All right, so now the whole idea of this is you start off with 1, and you only want to glue this corner here. Don't glue all up here on the first piece, because your last piece, when you come around, it needs to, yeah, it needs, I think that's, I gotta look at that again. Let me think about this, because I had to watch somebody else doing this, and then they boo-booed. So let me lay it out for you first, and then we'll see which one it is. But I'm pretty sure when I come around, let me see. Okay. So then you just lay it on the points in a, you know, just filling it in with the pieces. So it's really, it's fun. It's like a puzzle. So one's on an angle, one's square, and then the next one's like in the diamond shape, and then the next one's square, and then the next one's diamond shape. And you want to have that little bit of an edge showing of your background. And then this piece. Okay, so then this piece would go here, but then do you see how these 2 match up? So that was the problem. So what I remembered, I was trying to think, did she put it, maybe that was what was wrong. She glued it, when she glued this one down, then she messed it up. So you can't just take this piece. It's kind of tricky. You got to like lift it up. So let me see if I can move this piece over. See, if you take this piece out and completely lay it down on top, you gotta move these around so that you can see it without messing up the whole pattern. Okay. Now. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, that's what it was. So this is where I had thought about it when I was watching what she was doing. And I thought, because this looks really pretty, doesn't that look good? All right, so then all we need to do is don't start with the first one. I said, this is what I just thought of immediately after I saw the whole thing. So we're going to start with this second one here. We're going to work our whole way around. Then you just put this piece on at the end. Isn't that much easier? Yes. I don't know. Just seems like that to me. Okay, so let's just scoot these over. So I'm sure everybody has their way of doing it. They have what they've learned. So this is what I saw, but then that last piece gave the problem. So you got to start with the second piece, not the first piece. Okay, so like I said, it looked good to me. So we'll hope that it comes out right. Okay, so we're going to start with the second piece, and you're just going to leave that little bit of a border so that you can see the whatever the cardstock is that you're using. You know, I could have used white. And then I'm using the tacky glue. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue. This is my go-to, and I like this one with the narrow tip. And I do have a link in the description below for the supplies that I use with this. And they're Amazon affiliate links. So I have to let you know that. And there is information about that in there as well. So they pay me a tiny little commission if you purchase something. And it just helps to allow me to continue to bring you free video trainings like this one. Okay. Isn't this pretty? This is so cool. So I'm going to be doing a series of quilt block cards. And so this is the first one. And I want to do it with fabric and our cardstock so we can use up our scraps. And I know my friend Linda Coker probably has many that she's probably done like this as well. So as soon as she sees this, I'm going to invite her to join along and to make one when she has time. Not this particular one, but I mean if she knows if she's made another one, that's what I want to see. And you can see all of our projects in the Facebook group Junk Journal Junction. We would love to have you come and share your projects there with us. So whatever you're seeing us make here, or if you've made something else from watching one of our videos that's inspired you, then we would love to see what you made. And it's okay to have something not be exactly perfect, like, you know, but if it looks good to you, embrace imperfection. And there's another crafter, mixed media artist that I found, and that's what she goes by. And I said, you know what, that sounds like a good motto to me. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how easy this was to do. So I hope that this will inspire you to make one as well. Oh, look at how gorgeous that is on that pink. Oh, I love it. So the black, you know, I knew it. I said, you know, you want something that's going to make your focal point pop. The black just did it. The white was not doing it. And so this little bit, see, of the black that's in here is what I was trying to pull out to just make this look really, really beautiful. And then the pinks, as you can see here, and the dogwood flower, and then the beige kind of picks up on this yellow background. So isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So now I will pick out a sentiment that I'm going to put down here, and then glue this down, the two pieces down together. And one tip that I saw another lady do that I might go ahead and do it on here, I'm not sure, but I could run a straight stitch on the machine just around these edges, and then before I put it, or no, could I do that? Yeah, okay, so just tack this down onto the pink, then take it to the machine, and then do that stitch where it will attach it to the pink. Then I can come back and glue that whole piece down, but that will give me just that stitched look. So I'm going to do that. So I'll do that, and then the sentiment part will be a little bit coming. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Let's get this all done and see how beautiful it turns out. All right, here is the finished card. I want to show you this before I glue it down, what I did. So I took it to the machine, and I just did a straight stitch all around the edge. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And then I'm going to send this to a friend, sympathy card, flip it over, and it looks gorgeous. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. So now all I need to do is glue the back of it down. I'm going to just use more of the tacky glue. First around the edges, and then I will go in the middle around that stitching a little bit, just to kind of reinforce here. And it just has a 1/4 inch all the way around. So you just want to eye where you want it to be. And when it gets to where you like it, then just hold it, press it gently. Now I could come in here with a little something, and I'm thinking I had these little crochet flowers. So let me see if I can find those really quickly. If they're right here in front of me somewhere. But if not, then I will pop it on there later, but I don't think I don't see it right here now. Thought I had them right here. Let me see. Maybe they're over here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. What could I put on there? That one is just not. Oh, I could put maybe, I don't know, a yo-yo. I'm just thinking out loud. That's a little too big. Let's see, what else, what else, what else? Okay, let's try one of these little flowers. This is probably be okay if I can find the right color. Okay, I have this green. I'm not sure. Pink, no. These are too small, so the other was too big. These are too small. And if I can find the crochet flower, it was just the right size. I don't think I used, oh, here's something, let me see. Here's this one, let me see if this will work. Or you know what, I'm just thinking maybe I could use a button. That would be cute. That's cute, but it's just not the right colors. All right, let's look up for a button. Okay, so I used a button. I think that's really pretty. Just a light, dainty touch is all I was wanting to go for here. So there you have it. So quick and easy. Isn't it gorgeous? So I hope you will do this design, make a card, send it to someone, add this design into your journals. You can use it on a page in your journal layouts. So stay tuned for the next card in the series. We'll use another quilt pattern to make a beautiful card that you can also use as a journal. I can put journal pages inside of this, put it in a journal, just send it as a card, whatever you want to do. Thank you for being here. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. All that helps me to be found in search. Thanks so much. Keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.